Meet Ray. Ray lives on a farm. He loves playing kickball with his grandkids, but lately he's gotten a little slower and been visiting the doctor a lot more often. This is Kim. Kim lives in the city. She loves to exercise, cook healthy meals, and can't remember the last time she called in sick. They're both people, but not all people are the same. And yet, when we visit the doctor, our treatments don't look that different. Why is that? Because we just don't have enough information to do it better until now. Enter all of us, the research program based on precision medicine. Precision medicine is a revolutionary new approach to treating and preventing disease that's personalized instead of one size fits all. By gathering health data from 1 million people like Ray and Kim and Trevor and Samir, our country's best researchers will be able to develop treatments that are as unique and complex as we are. With this new information, doctors will have a better understanding of disease so they can innovate the next great breakthroughs in medicine. Once enough people join, suddenly everything changes. Information becomes clear, patterns emerge, and simple data transforms into life-saving knowledge. This means that Ray and Kim's children and their children's children can live longer, healthier lives. By becoming one of the first 1 million people to volunteer, you can help reshape the entire future of healthcare for generations to come. If we can figure out how to fly, put a man on the moon, and connect the entire world, surely we should be able to improve the future of healthcare. Not just for Ray and Kim or even you, but for all of us. Sign up at joinallofus.org. The future of health begins with you.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the latest installment of the 50 Forward All of Us Online Cafe. I am Kelsey Mahaffey, the 50 Forward Project Director for the All of Us Research Program. And today we are going to be talking with one of our peer ambassadors, Mr. Vernon Prevatt. He has recently enrolled in the new Moderna Phase 3 clinical trial for COVID-19 at Vanderbilt. And then we're also going to be talking with Amber Massey, who is a research nurse for COVID-19 Prevention Trials Network at VUMC. So this is going to be a fun discussion. We're going to get to hear what's going on in our hometown, Nashville, Tennessee, and the latest news on this local trial that we've got going on. So before we get into today's topic, I just want to remind everybody out there what the All of Us Research Program is. This is a new initiative with the National Institutes of Health. And what we're trying to do is just advance precision medicine, just a fancy word for saying healthcare that's tailored to you. We want to figure out how to make that happen. Right now, our healthcare system is one size fits all. And we seek to change that with the All of Us Research Program. And the way we want to do that is by enrolling 1 million people from diverse backgrounds living in the United States. And we want to invite them to the table to join us and be participants and share their health data. And the hope is that in the future, researchers will be able to access this rich resource of information and data, and that they'll be better prepared and better equipped and have more accurate information when they are discovering new treatments and cures. So you can find out more by visiting our website, which is joinallofus.org/50forward, and we'll repeat that website later on. So Amber, let's start with you. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing well too. It's great to see you face to face.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Yeah. Thank you for being here. And let's start off our conversation today and have you just remind our viewers or inform those that have not seen our previous All of Us cafes on this topic. But tell us what's going on with the COVID-19 trial, the Moderna trial at Vanderbilt.
Well, Vanderbilt is one of many sites across the country that are enrolling in Moderna's Phase 3 trial. It's a 30,000 person trial that 50% of those 30,000 people will get placebo, 50% will get real vaccine, and we're studying the safety and efficacy of the vaccine in those individuals.
Okay, and that's great. And this has just started, right? You're enrolling right now?
Yes, we are enrolling now. I work for the HIV Vaccine Trials Network, and the period of uncertainty in March, Dr. Fauci said we're going to take the HIV Vaccine Trials Network and pivot them to work on coronavirus vaccine. So that's what we've done, and we have a goal to enroll 500 people in our study here at Vanderbilt.
Okay, that's great. And what are some of the other organizations or institutions that are also involved in this national trial?
So there are institutions all over the country. There are sites in Atlanta, sites in LA. The phase 1 trial was done in Seattle. There are just sites all over. We're proud to be one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exciting. Was that a process that you had to apply to get approved or?
So Vanderbilt has an HIV vaccine trials net. We're part of the HIV vaccine trials network, and so we were one of the organizations that was tapped, and also we have a separate vaccine trials unit that usually studies annual flu shots and things like that. And they also are enrolling 500. So Vanderbilt is actually enrolling 1,000 participants out of 30,000 across the country.
Okay. Wow, that's cool for us to be involved here locally. And so how long will this trial last, this specific trial?
So the study for each participant is 2 years. The enrollment period, you come in one day, you get a vaccine. 28 days later, you get another vaccine. So those are the only two shots in the trial. But then there's a follow-up period for 2 years to test different things, how long the antibody lasts, and if there is antibody, and whether or not it's protective. Those kind of things will go on for 2 years.
Okay. So you'll be checking in periodically, I'm sure, with the participants and
Yes. In that period right after vaccine, we call them weekly, and then as the study progresses, we change that to monthly phone calls. And then they'll come in and see us periodically also over that 2 years.
okay, great. And can people still enroll or have you all received all of your participants?
We are still enrolling. We have had a huge response, and so there will be other trials after this one. This one, I think we've got enough people to choose from to get our 500, but there are upcoming trials later in the year from other drug companies other than Moderna. So if people are interested in volunteering for that, they can go to coronaviruspreventionnetwork.org, and there's a little survey. They can put in their name and contact information, and we will reach out for future studies.
Okay, wonderful. Well, Vernon, let's chat with you for a bit. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
Good, good. Why don't we start out and have you tell us just a bit about yourself and any tidbits that you want to share with our viewers out there?
Well, thank you, Kelsey. I'm actually a native of Florida, but I've been in Tennessee for the last 40 years, so I guess maybe I'm qualified for dual citizenship.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I do all right until football season comes along. But that may be something, another topic. Anyhow, I'm a widower and retired, and up until the virus started, I was keeping pretty busy with 50 Forward and with our peer ambassador work, where we were going to health fairs and talking to people and telling them about how all of us works to help folks, especially underrepresented people. So things have been a little bit slow, but we still, as you know, we still manage to get out and talk to people on Zoom and whatever other way, Facebook, so that they know what's going on. And I used to like to travel, but we don't get to do much of that either. So I'm thrilled to be part of the research program here at Vanderbilt too.
Yeah, that's great. So you're wearing two hats for us today because you kind of represent all of us, the All of Us Research Program, because you're one of our peer ambassadors, and then you're also a participant in this new vaccine that Vanderbilt's got going with Moderna. So Vernon, where did you hear about the study and what made you want to get involved?
Well, I actually heard about it at a 50 Forward meeting. We have memoir classes and history and genealogical speeches and things like that. So there's a lot going on, and I heard about it, and I was particularly interested for a couple of reasons. You know, a couple of the main objectives were, as I understood it, better diagnosis, because the researchers will have more information as people participate in the All of Us program. And the other thing was the underrepresented group, the older folks, which I qualify just barely, but I do qualify, and people of color. Matter of fact, I may be digressing a little bit, but I heard, I don't know, it was on something from All of Us or somebody, a black pastor was talking about these vaccines, and he just said, I just hope that this is not another vaccine where all the people in the program and the trials are young kids going to college, because he knows, like all of us know, that people of color are highly underrepresented in research. And so that appeal, those two things were the two things that appealed to me the most.
Yeah, that's great. That's an important point you make, but both for All of Us, the All of Us research program, which one of the main things they do is to make sure those underrepresented groups are included. So that is so important, just having that diversity in research, which historically has not been the norm. And yeah, we all want to change that. And I'm sure with this trial, this specific trial for the COVID-19 vaccine, we need to make sure we've got groups included that are being affected. And so, did that weigh into your decision, Vernon, about participating in this current COVID-19 trial for Moderna?
Well, it sure did. For selfish reasons, I thought it'd be great to participate and be one of the first ones possibly to had a 50% chance, better chance than if I wasn't in the program, I guess you could say. And the other thing is, it's all about helping other people and making sure, especially the older and people that have pre-existing conditions, have some protection and help. So this is very important, this vaccine.
Yeah, yeah. And had you been involved in research studies before?
No, this is my first time, and it's kind of exciting. If you like, I'll tell you a little bit about the process.
Yes, that was my next question. So you just
Oh,
go right ahead.
okay. And basically, before I actually was, I guess, asked to join, they gave us a lot of information, and they had about an hour-long Zoom program, which was really interesting. They answered basically answered all the questions people had, but they just explained how the whole program was going to work and what they would expect from us. So it just sounded really good. And then they made an appointment, and I got to meet Amber about 2 weeks ago. Went down to Vanderbilt, and Amber and Katie and Jerissa are the three ladies I met. They were very nice to me. I had a mini physical. They took my blood pressure and listened to my heart, and then they drew some blood. They did give me a swab, I guess, to make sure that I didn't have the virus starting out. And then it was kind of interesting. I don't know, I guess it had something to do with security, but then Amber and Katie left. And then another lady came in and gave me the shot, the vaccination. And she left, and Amber and Katie came back. And then they helped me install an app on my phone, so that each day at 7 o'clock for the next week, I would be reporting in. I'd have to take my temperature, which they were kind enough to give me a thermometer to do that with, and answer a few questions about health and whether I was being affected by the vaccine or the shot that they gave me. So that was fun. And then I got a call the 8th day, personal call just to check up on me. And then I understand in about another three weeks, I guess it is, 3 or 4 weeks, whatever, I'll get another vaccination. And then we'll just kind of stay in touch for the next 2 years or up to 2 years. Is that right, Amber?
That's right. That's right.
So it was really, it was a very simple process. I had a lot of fun with Amber and Katie and Teresa, and I got a day out of the house too.
We got to talk about our love for George Jones.
That's right, we did. We certainly did.
That's great. I love how you use the word fun, Vernon, while people are poking and prodding you and shooting you with a needle. That's great.
That was not bad at all. That was just, nothing to worry
Yeah.
about.
Well, that's great. And something you mentioned there that's interesting to me, Amber, is when Vernon is speaking about how people had to leave the room and somebody else came in, and I'm guessing that might be to keep the privacy around the placebo. Is that
That's
how that
right.
process
That's
works?
right. There are people on our staff who are blinded, like me and Katie, and Spiro, Dr. Callums, our principal investigator. None of us know whether the participant is getting placebo or vaccine, but there are people on our staff who do know. They're unblinded staff. So the person who actually gave Vernon his shot, they know whether he got placebo or vaccine. And so we leave the room to maintain the blind, is what we call it, to make sure that we don't know what the participant got, and then also that the participant doesn't know what they got.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's interesting. So you don't know, Vernon, whether you got the placebo or vaccine.
That's correct. I'm
yeah.
either way, it's going to still be a good deal. So
Yeah. Yeah. And I guess when does that get revealed? Is it when the study concludes, Amber? Once it's over, then the participants are made aware?
Yes, and that 2-year timeline, obviously people watch the news and the news says, we may have a vaccine by the end of the year, and this is the first phase 3 trial. So it is possible that they may end this trial early if the data is strong enough to indicate that it can be ended early. But whenever the trial ends, whether it's in a month or 2 years, they will unblind all the volunteers and tell them whether they got placebo or vaccine.
Okay. Now this is so interesting to me because I have not been involved in a research study myself. Of course, I've joined the All of Us research program, but that works a little differently as it's just an online health data collection program, and also has blood samples for those folks that have that activated in their area. So yeah, I love hearing your description, Vernon, of how your experience has been so far. And what is it that you hope the researchers discover about this vaccine, Vernon?
well, basically, I hope that they've done their job right, or I know they're doing it right, but that they are successful and that people will have the option and will take advantage of the option to get vaccinated. Again, especially for people that have got health problems and older people and people of color. Because I heard something, I guess it was this morning, that was talking about from the CDC that I hope this is accurate, and correct me if I'm wrong, that like 90% of the people that are dying with this disease have other conditions that contribute to that. Comorbidity, I think was the word they used. So it really is going to be wonderful when we get this vaccine and we can prevent that.
Yep. And I think that's a great note to end on. Amber, do you have anything else that you wanted to add before we conclude our conversation today?
No, I just want to say thank you to Vernon and all of our volunteers. It has really been overwhelming to see the response from people who just want to help out their fellow man. That's a wonderful thing, and we really are appreciative for all our volunteers.
Yeah, that is fantastic. I think living in the volunteer state, that might help contribute to some of that. I wonder, Amber, do you know how other recruitments are going across the country? Are they getting the same overwhelming response?
Yes, that website, Coronavirus Prevention Network, they had overwhelming response on there as soon as that site opened. I think this topic is at the forefront of everyone's minds right now. Obviously, coronavirus is affecting us all in different ways, and people are trying to help. And I think this is a great way to help.
Yeah. Yep, that is great. Well, thank you both for being with us today. Thank you, Vernon, for not just joining the All of Us research program, but now becoming a participant in this important trial for a COVID-19 vaccine. So we will all share the same hope that maybe this trial has great success and can end early and get a vaccine out there. That's what I think we all wish. And we just want to remind everybody out there once again to check out the Facebook and the website, both for the 50 Forward All of Us research program. If you're interested in finding out more information, you can visit our website at www.joinallofus.org/50forward. And there you can find information on the All of Us research program. And you can also visit, Amber, where can people visit for more information? You say that again.
Coronaviruspreventionnetwork.org.
There we go. So visit there for more information on this trial for COVID-19 vaccine and other trials that could be upcoming. And we will also put both of those links in our chat box or in our comment section for this video. So once again, thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Amber, and thank you, Vernon. I hope you both have a great day. And everyone out there, tune in to our next All of Us Online Cafe, where we will be partnering with a great group who's going to explain the ins and outs of the All of Us research program. So that will be on September 14th at 1 p.m. And we will see you then. Thanks so much for joining, and everyone, have a great day.
All across the country, people are coming together to speed up what we can learn about health. The All of Us research program is calling on 1 million people to join us as we try to change the future of health. For your family, for future generations, for all of us. Visit joinallofus.org and find out how you can become 1 in a million.